Welcome to your Once Human News. I've been away from the game for a little while due to some personal life things, and with my free time, I've been basically putting it all into another game. So today's news will lightly touch on the major things that have come out in the last couple of weeks with a focus on the most recent big patch. On June 4th, they added a Way of Winter update test scenario with some adjusted mechanics, Chaosium hubs, and scenario endings. The Lightforge loot crate Dusk Echo was added along with new skin variants for our glider bird V. As I am quite behind on Once Human content, let me know in the comments if you'd like me to still make a showcase for Dusk Echo. On June 12th, they added blind box plushie furniture. Personally, I'm not really a fan of this as it's another gambling mechanic, but I will say some of these plushies look pretty cute. They also came out with the Ace Strike theme pack with a baseball player theme, and apparently it comes with a Dragon Ball Fusion dance emote. I mean, that's pretty awesome. The Cloudrest Grelin furniture pack was also made available with a futuristic look and lots of greenery. So now let's move on to all the stuff that just came out in the most recent patch. Custom servers are now officially launched, and personally, I don't know how I feel about this. I know a lot of people asked for it, but it also means dividing the player base more, and I just don't think that's a really great idea. The Wish Machine prize pool has been updated with the Bullseye Sniper, the Old Huntsman Boots and Savior set, and the Predator LMG. A new Battle Pass, Final Gambit, is now live, and these outfits are extremely similar to Resident Evil characters, with the female one being Ada Wong and the male being Albert Wesker. The fact that they're basically ripped straight from those characters, and at the same time there was an interview last month between the developers of both games, I have to assume there is going to be a proper first ever collaboration at the 1-year anniversary. And for this Battle Pass, I'll make sure to have a full showcase video coming out soon. Next up, we have another round of Loot Crate reruns. You can only choose one of the 3 old loot crates to pull on. I have videos for each that I made in the past, and they will be linked in the description. That said, they also have added these unique dies for people who either pulled everything on the crate in the past, or do so this time around. The Meta Pass has also been updated again, and you all know how I feel about having to pay to unlock achievements and rewards, so once again, I'm not covering this. Moving on to gameplay adjustments, Raid Zone has had some nerfs to melee tracking and reduced memory chip and resources gained from the journey, commissions, and scenario challenges. Endless Dream has updated a bunch of scenario challenges and reduced the HP of level 10 to 40 deviations, reducing the early game's difficulty. However, they did increase the HP of Eternal Dreamer and Manibus the Nightmare, while at the same time, they made multiplayer difficulty scale based on the number of players to make it easier with fewer people. For rewards, they increased a lot of the drops and are making crystals and Stardust Source possible to get again. In Visional Wheel Starfall inversion, they've made some adjustments to make the mods and Gravity Tide set better, though because there's still the airborne condition on these things, I just don't expect them to really be used much over the other options, especially in silos and bosses. Then we have the coveted weapon balance adjustments. This round we have a 20% damage buff to Unstable Bomber keyword. The Doombringer has been adjusted again, increasing its damage even more. However, it now states non-meta human units, meaning that it's also a nerf to PvP. The Predator LMG also receiving a second buff, with the remaining bullets condition being lowered, allowing for easier access to the 60% attack buff. And last but definitely not least, we've been waiting almost a year in the PvP community for this one. The Bingo Sniper Rifle has been buffed with an additional 10% weak spot damage per stack and stacks an additional time. However, this is now conditional to only work on non-meta humans. The additional attack for defeating an enemy has also been updated to non-meta humans. This means that for PvE, the Bingo is even more of a monster with a potential 100% bonus weak spot damage, and 50% when switching to another weapon due to losing stacks. But in PvP, it's finally had its wings clipped. As for the rapid sniper calibration, they've updated the description and provided clarity on what post-fire delay means. However, this already existed in the game with rapid bolting as a technique in PvP, and at least for me it doesn't really feel any different, but I also haven't played it in a couple weeks, so I think it's just a description update. To go with all of these weapon changes, you can now display your weapon skins on the weapon rack. And the last major bit of news is the official media posts have been teasing a major update, version 2.0, and a 1-year anniversary looking to be coming on July 2nd. This should be everything caught up since I've been away. If I missed anything though, make sure to let everyone know in the comments. I will be making a video showcasing everything in the Battle Pass soon, and if I see a lot of interest for the previous loot crate in the comments, I'll make one for that too. YouTube is going to recommend you another video on the left, and my entire Once Human playlist on the right.